I might sound different. I think I do, but anyway, this is my ranking of every movie that or every, yeah, I mean every movie that I saw in 2023. I saw 34 movies in theaters, and there are 46 movies in total on this list. Um, so yeah, but I will. The list will be in the description of this video if you want to just look at that. But obviously, I'm gonna sort of explain each pick in the actual video. So if you don't want to, watch however long this video is going to be, it'll be in the description, and you can, leave a hate comment or whatever you're gonna do. I don't know. Anyway, let's get started, shall we? Number 46, I have Cocaine Bear. I mean, I have not seen a lot of movies this year that have been bad. And I haven't seen like Past Lives or Godzilla Minus One or any of those cool movies. But anyway, yeah, Cocaine Bear. I mean, whenever an action scene happens, they always cut away from it. So, and then the CGI is not that great. So I feel justified. And then the story is really not all that cool because they kind of made up a lot of stuff. But yeah, 45 Meg 2. Not even that much like shark action, and it's movies about sharks. So I mean, yeah. Number 44, The Marvels. Just a really bland film with a forgettable villain and you know, no real charm to it at all. Renfield at number 43. A good idea for film was sort of modern take on the Dracula's helper thing, but then they turned it into this generic, drug crime story. So yeah, not that great. Number 42, we have Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. I mean, the whole point of Ant-Man is him in comparison to small objects, him being small or making all of the comedy of the first one is gone. All of the comedy of the first two ones are gone. I mean, yeah, everything that you liked about the first two movies is not there, and it's all on a green screen the entire movie. So and I mean, and yeah, I mean they killed Kang, and it's that whole ordeal. So yeah, at 41 we have Fast X. I mean, no Fast and Furious movie is really known for having great plot. It's more just action, and which is why it's higher than the others on this list was because of some of that. Two Jason Momoa movies on this list. Actually, I didn't realize it until now. Number 40, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Not a terrible film, but just I mean, sort of the same reason as Fast X. And it's the final DCEU, so it's just not really that great. I'm also, by the way, I should also say I'm under the weather. So that's, if you notice any cuts in the video, it's probably because I'm blowing my nose or coughing or something like that. So yeah, 40 Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. A cool buddy comedy, but there's a lot going on behind the scenes and all that. So not better than others on this list. At number 39, this one's might make some people mad. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem. I mean, I think that it's a good movie, but it's all like already watching it in the theater. Some of the slang that they used was gone, which is like, why did they give the Ninja Turtles phones? Why didn't they just have them act like teenagers, like something that the original Ninja Turtles movies didn't do. I don't see what was so difficult about that. Why they had to use so many references and things like that. I don't know. I just didn't. I didn't really think it was um, amazing. uh, at 38, we have Megan. Just, I mean, not that great of a film. It's like any other scary doll movie. Like, it's basically like Child's Play 2019, only with a female doll instead of a boring Chucky doll. Number 37, we have Blue Beetle. Not a horrible movie, but, you know, just, I mean, with the superhero fatigue, it's just kind of lame and stuff. So yeah, it's very similar to, you know, Iron Man and all that. And the DC's already had movies about family with Shazam and things. So yeah, not, you know, not anything special. Very, I mean, yeah, very bland. Haunted Mansion. Good performance by the main. I don't know what the actor's name is, but good performance by him. Other than that, you know, it's just. I mean, it's just based off of the ride at Disney, and there was already a movie, so I don't why remake it. Um, Speaking of Shazam, at 35 we have Shazam: Fury of the Gods. I mean, would have been nice for them to fight Black Adam, you know, after that happened, but that didn't happen, and so now it's Helen Mirren as the bad guy. But you know, it's a cool movie, except and then they kind of at the end of the movie it was just great. And then also Billy Batson and Shazam aren't really uh, the same in the movie, so yeah. But you know, better than others on this list, I believe. Number 34, Five Nights at Freddy's, the movie. Um, just, I mean, not even about the animatronics, but still nostalgic enough for me to put it higher on the list. And number 33, Transformers Rise of the Beasts. I don't know, I mean, just like a lame, like, I mean, it's a prequel, so we know that the world's not going to end. And then, so, yeah, and I don't know. I mean, the actual Transformers themselves were cool, and then I guess it's cool that they're going to bring G.I. Joe into the next one, but, you know, I don't really care about the Transformers, you know, but it's, you know, it's a good Transformers movie, but it's, you know, and it's better than others on this list from some of the action scenes. It also, there's one guy transforms to an Iron Man suit and one of the things. But anyway, number 32, we have Leave the World Behind. I mean, an okay movie with no real ending. And, yeah. Just, you know, I mean, kind of a weird film. At number 31, we have the Super Mario Brothers movie. Just, I mean, not that great of a thing, and then the voice acting wasn't that great. Just, I mean, but still, you know, good illumination, good animation, and all that. But you know, not as good as others on the list. At number 30, we'll probably turn some heads. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. It's visually a masterpiece of a film, but and that's why it's and the voice acting is incredible as well. But that's why it's higher on this list than others. But plot wise, it's really not that good. Like there are plot holes throughout the entire thing with like the Spot causing a cannon event, and then the entire group of the best spider people, as Miles says, not being able to catch him, and like even though they've been Spider-Man for more than 16 months, which is how long Miles has been Spider-Man. And then the movie doesn't have an ending. Neither Miguel O'Hara nor the Spot are defeated, so we still have two villains. So, and then there's no conclusion even to that, because then he goes, it's just another progressive complication in him getting trapped in the 42nd dimension. So yeah, not as great as so many people say it is. Um, but yeah, it's not that great, but it's better than all these other ones that I've said so far. Number 29, Scream 6. I mean, I mean, a pretty good film. Nice twist at the end, I suppose. Even though it's like the whole point I like in a Scream film is sort of the murder mystery aspect, and so when you take that away and have three killers instead of two, that's a spoiler by the way, but and having three killers instead of two, like I could, and especially having one of them be a person that died earlier in the film, and then furthermore having like no characters die in the movie at all, and so I mean characters did die, but like none of the main four, and especially since Randy had to die in the second movie, I wasn't really there for that, but it was still a good movie, but yeah. At number 28, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. A pretty good film, just except for the fact that the kid character and the sidekick character were just the most unlikable like characters I might have ever seen in a film. So yeah. Number 27, Knock at the Cabin. I mean, it was okay, but not as good as some of these others. Number 25, Priscilla. Just an uneventful film, but it was a cool uh, telling of, the other side of the Elvis film, but it did seem like it was piggybacking off of the success of that. So, number 24, Napoleon. Similarly to Across the Spider-Verse, logistically or technically proficient, but no real story throughout. But I liked it. At number 23, Saw X, said to be the best Saw film. I didn't really like. They sort of saved the twist ending. They don't really set it up until the end, but other than that, a good film. Number 22, Dream Scenario, a fun little film with more subliminal messagings, and I wasn't really listening to what it had to say. So I might rewatch that one at some point. But other than that, sort of in the same vein as Priscilla, not very eventful. But Nick Cage A24, and it was funnier. Number 21, we have The Flash. Great DC film, I thought. Other than the CGI or special effects, I thought it was great. And I rewatched that one recently, so that is my unbiased opinion. Number 20, we have a very unpopular film that I actually thought was great that I saw this year. It's called Inside. It was with Willem Dafoe, and I mean that's about it. That is it, actually. I mean he's like the only actual person that you see in the film, and yeah, I thought it was really good, but no one really said anything about it. So you should watch it, I guess, if you can. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere, but yeah, Inside with Willem Dafoe. You can look it up. Inside. 2023 film. So yeah. Number 19, we have Totally Killer. That was the time travel slasher film that came out during Halloween this year. I'm a big Back to the Future fan, so for me it was Match Made in Heaven. I like slasher films. Like I saw Scream this year, so if that's any indication, and it's a lot like Scream as well. So yeah, I thought that was good. John Wick Chapter 4 at number 18. Um, a nice sending off point to it. I mean, I really couldn't tell you what the plot of the movie is, but great. I mean, very technically proficient again, and the fight scenes are great, and you really feel like every hit that John Wick goes through in the film. Number 17, I have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Very sad film, very well done. My only thing about it would be that it doesn't really, um, it didn't really have me like feeling this. Like at the beginning of the first two Guardians, you had um, like a very happy intros with like the music and the obelisk or Quill getting the more than a feeling scene, and it wasn't as happy as the other ones, but it was still good. I mean, it's better than others on this list, as you can see. Number 16, we have Air, the story of the Air Jordans. That was good. Had Ben Affleck and Matt Damon's team up after a while. Just a nice charming film. And I'm not even a Michael Jordan fan. I thought it was pretty good. Number 15, we have still a Michael J. Fox movie. As I said, I'm a Back to the Future fan, and having having his life sort of spanning out like that, was interesting. If I had to give a complaint about that one, the interviewer seems to get a bit, narration happy, and like he uses like he'll use his voice in it a lot, and I don't really know how to describe it, but yeah, yeah, too much. The focus is on Michael, so you shouldn't be, putting your own thing in there. Anyway, I hope you understand what I'm saying. 14, Asteroid City. I do need to rewatch this one, but I remember thinking that it was pretty good. They did sort of like when everything started going on with like the play that was going on. They sort of abandoned that plot, but other than that, that was a great, funny film and all that, with a nice plot outside of the play, which is actually the main thing that they didn't really talk about in the trailer. But yeah, I thought it was good. Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1 at number 13. Good action film, and that really gets you going. And unlike Across the Spider-Verse, actually has an ending to it. Number 12, we have Poor Things. I saw recently. Very good film. Very, I don't know, sexually oriented, but I thought it was good. Sorry, I yawned. Yeah, but I don't know. It's kind of I mean, it's good. I don't know. I don't really know what to say about it. It's it's good. It's good. And the music and stuff, and yeah, a lot of black and white stuff this year. Actually, I don't know what that was about, but yeah, like a ton of these movies have black and white scenes in them. Anyway, number 11, we have Barbie. Funny film with a lot to say. It does get a little, you know, preachy at the end, but I think it's good. Number 2, we have Tetris. I'm a fan of the game. Look at me. And so I thought that good film. I didn't really like it. Like halfway in the car chase, they started using the animation thing. But it was a good film, and it was nice to see that. I don't know how accurate the film was, but I still liked it. And it was cool to see. Number 9, we have May December. Great performances with a nice, true story sort of element in it. And I don't think it's specifically based on anything, but um, it had, references and stuff to a real thing that happened. And I thought that was good. Maestro, I rewatched recently, and I watched it actually. I was probably one of the first public people to see it because I stayed up until very late until it released, and I watched it right as it happened. And I thought it was really good. Nice mystery, I guess, sort of thing. Sort of like the duality of the conductor and the composer. Well, it was really good, although I'm not really, familiar with Leonard Bernstein. In number 7, we have Wonka. Um, I thought Timothy Chalamet was a good job. I have a lot of nostalgia for the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory because I watched it, back when I was in the 6th grade. So that would be 4 years ago. Not that you need to know that, but so I really, I liked it. Number 6, I have The Killer with Michael Fassbender. I thought was great, um, especially in this sort of day and age when we sort of admire some of these things, and then it was sort of talking about that, and David Fincher's amazing as well. So I thought that was great. Number 5, we have The Holdovers with Paul Giamatti, the Alexander Payne film. Very charming film. If I had to say something about it, I would say there's really only one holdover, but I guess if you count the teacher, that's multiple. But yeah, it was a very good film. Number 4, we have The Iron Claw with Zac Efron. Very good story. I really can't believe there hasn't been a movie made about it already. Black and white stuff as well in that one. That was really great. Really great. Number 3 of Saltburn. I like the story. I like sort of the mystery behind it. And I really think if you have seen it, you should rewatch it or if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's on Prime Video, and it's included with Prime Video. And so, like, I swear, like I think he imagines some of the things that are happening. It's not all like cut and dry in the film. I mean, yes, I think he really, murdered or had everyone killed in the film, but like, or maybe he just takes credit for some of the stuff. But I think it's sort of an unreliable telling of the whole thing. I don't think like some of the things that he did. I can't really describe them in this context without getting age restricted or something. But yeah, I thought it was really good, and I really think there's more than meets the eye to this film, and so I think that earns it very high on the list for me. Number 2, Killers of the Flower Moon. I actually picked up this magazine, the movie on it. There's a coupon for another one that I won't be getting. But yeah, I mean, like it's a 3 hour and 30 minute film or 3.5 hour film. It feels like two. Like it's very well paced, and it's a very sad story, and very well told. So yeah, great film. And number 1, this could be a little controversial. I don't know, but number 1, I have Oppenheimer. Now I haven't seen a few, of the other great movies that have come out this year, so I don't know for sure that this is the best movie, but I think it is the best movie I've seen. Some of the editing might be a little, you know, floundery. I don't know, but yeah, I think it's just a masterpiece of a film. I mean, 3 hours, feels like 2 hours in this case as well, and I mean, fantastic performances. It's very, I mean, it's a great story. It's again one of two movies that deal with uh, after World War II that came out this year. So if that means anything to you. But yeah, great performances, great story. I mean, I think, oh, sorry, fantastic sound design. I don't know, but and effects and all that. I know he doesn't use CGI, but it's like have an actor like well, okay, I don't want to get into it, but it's very good effects that they used. You can look up stuff how they did that. This specific thing includes 3 hours of special features. I'm gonna assume that they probably get more into it. Of course, they recorded real explosions for the sound design. So yeah, I do believe that is the entire list. And I believe Oppenheimer was the best movie that came out this year. And unfortunately for the hardcore movie fans out there, a lot of a lot a lot of people have seen this. So if this does win any awards, it's gonna be sort of a lack of recognition for a lot of good films. But what can you do, right? But I do need to watch Killers of the Flower Moon again. These rankings honestly might change by the time I make my Oscar reveal. Uh, well, the nomination announcement video and it was supposed to be on the 24th, and then again, like I don't know, in March when I have seen most of the films, I'll probably have something. I might think certain movies are better then as well, but yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what I got. So yeah. hmm Oh, I should probably end the video now. Okay. Um. Bye, I guess.